Daddy's boat.
I won't be long, baby. I'll come back here. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Here she is. I got a couple things to do, so I figured why not. I got off work a little bit earlier, so I have a little bit of time to work on it. So let me show you guys what I got to do to get her water ready. So you may be able to tell I have the lens on wide. The main reason is because I have my GoPro sitting right over there on that bucket, and you can't see the whole thing unless it's in wide. But here she is. It is a Lost Creek Angler. It has storage up here, the pedal drive right there, the seat, and then storage back here. It's got all the plugs. That's the rudder, obviously. But here's the issues that we're having. Number one, which is not a super huge issue, is the anchor line here is like completely just all too crap. Some of these little connectors like that have broken or fallen off. I don't know. I don't need that anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Number two, the bungee right here on the rudder, it was off and like just everywhere, and me and my dad actually figured out how it went back on there, so that way I can pull these little cords and it'll pull the rudder up and then pull the other one over there and it pulls it down, or vice versa. I don't remember which one it is. The issue is this little housing for the rudder. It kind of comes up and then kind of out on each side, and it causes space. Even when it's tightened all the way down, there's space there. So when I pull it, this bungee slides down in there and it stops working. So most likely I'm just gonna have to just use my hand to pick it up and then push it down before I go. And you know, that's no big deal. I'm not too worried about that. The other issue I had was these cables were broken, and I got some new ones, which I don't know if I like using this kind of cable. I think I might want to use some kind of string that's really strong, but I'm not certain yet. But anyway, these cables run in here all the way through and up to the little steering thing. Now, this has a few broken pieces on the inside, which really doesn't matter because it's not gonna affect the turning at all. The issue we were having was these cables were here going in the outside and then over here going in the outside, so it was creating a little kink right here and making it to where it didn't want to turn. So now I have them running straight through the middle together because there's two little metal pieces, which is these, and anytime you pull a cable, it spins with it, so that's going to help it turn a whole lot easier. All I have to do is connect these. They wrap around the side right here, and then they go into these holes, one over there, and then you crimp them off on the inside, and then that's how you turn. I'm going to be working on that today. The other issue that I had was the pedal drive has 4 pegs on the actual pedal assembly itself. Those pegs drop down in here, 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 and here, and you use these to lock them into place. Alex had lost 2 of the pegs before I got it, so when I got it, there was no way to put the pedal drive in and go because it would just wobble back and forth because it was missing the 2 pegs that held it into place. I fashioned my own. I'll throw up a picture of what they look like. They're different color, but I don't really care. They should work just fine. And then the last issue that I have, which is not a super big deal, but it is something that is kind of unfortunate, but right where the seat connects here in the back, there is these holes This one's pretty bad. No water really gets into it unless it rains or anything, so it's not such a big deal. But since the seat connects back here, I want to make sure that that is super sturdy. So I'm gonna be fixing those holes, hopefully today, maybe in a few days. I'm not 100% sure. Other than that, I mean, it's an awesome looking kayak, and I have fished out of it before, and I love the way it feels. So other than that, it's perfect. Okay, so before I start on these little restoration projects on the kayak, if you guys are not subscribed, please go down and subscribe. It's free. It only takes half a second. And if you don't like my content, you can always unsubscribe later. Also hit the like button on this video and leave a comment down below. Anything that you want, I don't care. But it'd be cool if it's kayak related. Maybe tell me if you have a kayak, what kind you have, if you have any ideas of things that I could do, or, you know, just let me know what you would like to see me do with it. Anything like that. But with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to fix these little things. Verse of the day, it's gonna pop up somewhere, and I'm probably gonna set you guys down over there and get to working, and when I'm finished with what I'm doing, I'll pick you back up. Okay, so first of all, inside the little steering assembly, there was some kind of cable stop on the end of the cables, and I don't know what they were, because by the time I had gotten this kayak, they were already gone. The cables were already broken and replaced with another cable that definitely did not work. But to replace that, I tried this method. It's a little thing that you put the cable through and then you hammer it, which, you know, would work perfectly fine. The only issue is I have to have the cables installed when I put the cable stop on, and I have nowhere to hammer it over there unless I'm gonna hammer it on the kayak, and we're not gonna do that. So today I actually stopped by and I bought some of these little cable stops. You basically put the cable in and then tighten those down and it holds it in place. I'm gonna push it through, wrap it around, push it through again. That way when I pull it, it turns this that way, and it'll lay inside that steering assembly a lot easier, take up a lot less space, and hopefully help it run smoother. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna insert these bad boys. Okay, we finally have the steering fixed. That was the main thing that I was having issues with, because for some reason I would put the wire on and it wouldn't turn. Like, it would turn one way with only this one on, and if I had this one off, I could turn it and it'd work fine. But if I took this one off and put this one on, it would turn fine. But if I had them both on, it wouldn't turn. Had no idea what I was doing wrong, but I figured it out. I didn't fasten these with something like that, because I mean, I'm probably going to end up having to change these soon anyway, until I can find a good material to use. These cables are not the greatest, and they kind of have a tendency to break. So there's that. This is the storage in the back. Pretty sweet. If I'm not mistaken, you can pop these out. You can. I just got to figure out how. But yeah, you can pop these out, get inside the kayak, which I might have to do by reaching in there to see if I can reach that up there and put a little bit of that JB water weld stuff on it. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but there's that. And this storage up front is pretty sweet. You just open it up like that, twist it, and it pops up. And there's that kind of storage, which that pops right out too. There's a ton of water in there because of those holes. I didn't have the tarp over it when I first got it, and it snowed and rained and all kind of nonsense. But yeah, so far that's where we're at. So for this crack here because it kind of bows in. I'm gonna put in one of the screws and I'm gonna use the claw end of the hammer to put underneath the screw and kind of lift up for that to come up and fill it with some JB water weld. Like I said, I'm not too worried about the holes up here because they're on the top. So as long as it's not raining, I shouldn't get much water in there. So I don't need it to be, you know, perfect. So I'm just gonna put some JB water weld. I'm gonna do the same with that side. The only issue that I'm having is because I already done it over here. And this side will pop through where I need it, but that bottom side won't. So I'm just gonna have to fill in all of this with JB water weld. But we're gonna do that. So we have all this puttied up over here. Now that's really on there. And then that side the same way. And while it's still a little bit pliable, it's not really, it actually hardens super quick, but while it's a little bit pliable, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rails back on it and tighten the rails down. That way it'll sink into that putty and it should hold the rails in place also. All right, that's what it looks like. And I mean, it's already super strong. It's not even bending down at all, and that putty kind of wrapped around that part, so it's probably going to hold this on pretty well too, which is good because I didn't have a screw for that side, and that putty's just going to hold that on there good enough anyway. I don't need another screw. This also is kind of up a little bit, which I don't think is going to be too much of an issue. I mean, I'm not like, I don't weigh too much, so I think it'll be all right. I think it'll hold me up pretty well. But the main thing is she's waterproof again, and there's no more holes in the entire kayak, so we should be good to go. So honestly, I don't think there's anything else that I have to do. I have that over there tied off to where it's not hanging 2 foot down the side of the kayak. I have the steering fixed, the rudder. I fixed the holes. It only takes about an hour to set. Once it sets, I'll probably go over it again and put a little bit more just for added protection, but I mean, that should be perfectly fine. The only other issue with this kayak is the pedal drive, and I have it fixed. So I'll show you guys that in a second. Oh, and there's also this. Alex, I know you're watching. I found one of your hooks. If you can see that. So I gotta get that out. But yeah, other than that, she's ready to be put in the water. Now I'm jacked. I need to go get the seat. I'm gonna wait, I think, until tomorrow, or Saturday actually. I'm gonna wait until Saturday because the sun's already went down. It's getting a little chilly. Saturday, I have all day. I can come out here and finish doing what I'm doing. It's Thursday, by the way, and I probably won't upload this until Sunday or Monday, so you'll see Saturday here in just a second. Man, I'm pumped. It is Sunday morning. I know I was supposed to film Saturday, but unfortunately our area had a catastrophic flood. I'll pop up some pictures around me somewhere so you guys can check it out. It was bad. It was really bad. We get floods once or twice a year that are really bad, and it's mainly because of all the river systems and small lakes and stuff that we have in our area. But it hit pretty bad, and it tore up a lot of roads, and it done a lot of damage. Fortunately, it did not touch our house, and I thank God for that. When I got up in the morning and looked out the door, our road was a river, and it was moving really close to my vehicle, so I was kind of afraid that it was going to carry my truck down the road, but it did not. Thank God. But not everybody was as fortunate as we are, as you can see in the pictures. So I will be keeping everyone around here in our prayers. You guys can do the same. But that's the reason I wasn't out Saturday. But as far as the kayak, it's finished. I know it's going to work perfect because I fished it in the condition that it was in when I first got it, months before I actually got it, if that makes any sense. Alex came down and he brought that one as a backup, and I used it, and it already had the holes in it. The pedal drive didn't work, the rudder didn't work, I couldn't turn it or anything, so I had to use it more like a traditional cheap Walmart kayak with like a paddle and stuff, but it still worked. The holes were not on the bottom, so the hole was fine. There's nothing wrong with the hole at all, so I know it'll work. The only thing that I have to test is the pedal drive. And not to test to see if it works, but to test and see if the pegs that I fashioned are going to hold it in place as good as the originals. But other than that, she's good to go. So I just want to let you guys know, I wanted to go ahead and put this video out because it's been about 5 days now, and the weather just keeps stopping me. So I wanted to go ahead and put this video out, and hopefully the next video you see will be me in the kayak. If not, you know, we'll make do. I'll do some bank fishing until I can get it out, but as of right now, my plan is to get out in the kayak as soon as possible. But I just wanted to let you guys know that she's ready, and so am I. So thank you all for watching. I truly, truly appreciate it. If you are not subscribed, please go down there, click the button, subscribe to the channel. You can always unsubscribe later if you don't like the content. It's totally free, and I would really appreciate you guys helping me get to 1K. We are at 961 subscribers. We're 39 away from 1,000. Help a brother out. Also, leave a like on the video and drop a comment down below. Yeah, just thank you guys so much. And hopefully we'll be in the kayak, but if not, we'll be bank fishing. But either way, I'll see you guys on the next one.